This is Dispatches from Myrtle Beach with Charles Neal and my son Link from Good Mythical Morning. How you doing, Link?
I'm doing good, father. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Doing good.
Well, you had to think about it.
Just
It's
been
June.
closing wrong and just doing
We're getting into
same
June
old
now.
thing. Yep.
It's happening.
Yeah.
How's Nancy doing?
Yeah. Nancy's doing really good.
Okay.
Doing really good. She, as a matter of fact, she was concerned about some stuff, and she went to our regular doctor down here, and he eased her mind and everything about what's going on with her. Told her that she didn't need to worry about some of the things she was. Of course, all of them's going to tell you to try to get your cholesterol down, but you know.
Yeah.
But everything's good with Nancy. I'll tell her you asked.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So, the doctor's telling me that my cholesterol is elevated. It's been that way for 2 years, and we've talked about this, right? Your cholesterol is historically elevated.
Anywhere from probably as low as I ever had mine was 189, and then it's usually about 220.
I can't quote the numbers for myself. I just can't remember that type of stuff. But there is a genetic component to it. Are you on something to cholesterol medication?
I tried to take something again, and it made my legs and hips and bones and everything hurt so bad.
Okay.
And I told that doctor I'd try it. I'm going to try to get him to put me on that stuff that ain't teething on, where you just take a shot twice a month to help with it. But don't know if I'm going to do that or not. Because, hey, with our hereditary stuff, with your granddaddy and my daddy stayed about 300 all the time. So,
really?
I mean, yep. So, and he lived to be 89. So,
okay.
And the cholesterol didn't kill him. It was something else in his eyesight where he just got. You knew all about that, but yeah.
Yep.
So I don't worry about mine too bad. Nancy's not having to worry about her as much. But listen, Happy Father's Day this Sunday.
Coming up this Sunday. Happy Father's Day. Yeah. About right back at you.
And then Happy Father's Day to us. But I reckon because it's close to Father's Day, Happy Dispatches 2-year anniversary.
We've been doing this 2 years? No, I can't believe it.
Hey, boy.
Time flies when you're having fun.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So, and we still having fun, and
Logan's still putting up with us.
I sure am.
Yeah.
Especially you, Dad.
Yeah, especially me. Yeah, because I'm not telling you. I'm sending her a check, for some of the stuff she's helped me with. So you don't have to worry about paying her. She's going to double dip.
I love how you're like, I'm not telling you, and then you proceed to tell me something. Okay.
Yeah.
I swear I don't know about this.
Look, y'all got a deal worked out on the side. What else are you doing for him? Computer tech.
Yeah, Squarespace, Venmo.
You set up a website.
Square, that's credit card thing.
The Square payments.
Yeah. And we recently changed his email password. We've done a lot. So.
Change your email password.
Yeah.
All right, well, good,
she helped
Dad.
me.
Good.
She helped me get set up to take my real estate course for this year, so I knew it would when I could just come in and hit a button on the computer. So,
wow, Logan. I know we can't.
Yeah.
I need to pay her because you're not burdening me with this tech stuff. I ain't got time to help you set up some sort of real estate license thing.
You don't have time for it. No. So
I question whether my employee Logan does, but okay.
Hey, wait, hold on a minute. I called her after 5 o'clock your time.
So Logan gets off at 5 o'clock?
No.
Ain't nobody get off at 5 o'clock. Everybody gets off at 6 o'clock.
Whenever she's supposed to be off, that's when I called her.
Okay.
Well, hey,
we should move
she
on.
took
This
a
is
break.
getting fishy.
She took a break and went to lunch when she was helping me.
She got a okay. All right. I appreciate it.
Is it getting worse, Logan?
No, never.
2 years is seeming like a long time for some of us. Well, congratulations on 2 years.
You know, Link, you make me very proud as being your father and being this
say
Father's
more.
Day this week. And that's, some people can't say that about the children and different stuff.
No,
So
I can't say it about mine. Just kidding.
I can say it about you.
I am very proud to be a father of my children who are getting more and more adult every time I turn around. But a word about you, Dad. I'm glad that you are my father. You know, the fact that we get to connect and like we're on the same wavelength, you know, the fact that we can do this show for 2 years and the time is flying because we're legitimately having fun. And it's added this facet to our relationship that I value so much. And, we say it at the end of every episode, but, I love you. And I know that you love me. And I think that, even though we're on opposite coasts, largely because of this show, we're able to be so connected. And I value that so much because I've learned so much about you. It's a lot of people that, it's hard to find occasion.
There's been a lot of people that learn stuff about me.
Yeah, that's true. It's hard to find an occasion where you can learn so as much as we've learned about each other. So it's really cool to have this podcast, which makes that happen, and that we want to. We're just as much friends as we are father and son at this point, and that says a lot to the type of guy you are. So I'm very grateful for you.
You too. I mean, it's same. It's twofold for me because, like you say, you living on the West Coast, and then sometimes you surprise me with one of my grandchildren on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And I get to see them and get to do stuff, and I mean, who would have thunk?
Who would have thunk it?
That my son called me one day and asked me about doing this, and we're still doing it 2 years later. So,
yep.
Yes, that's a pretty good Father's Day anniversary, in all about everything that goes on. So, it makes it pretty neat, I mean, we've been doing it for 2 years, and I think we've made a lot of people laugh and probably some cry.
I hope so, a little bit.
Things that goes on, and we've done some things where people send in the questions that rather be shagging 53 at AOL.com that, tried to help them out too. So it's been a pretty good experience for me. And, so I've enjoyed it. And it's just like you say, I get to see you at least a couple of times a month or so, where we can't touch one another, but we can see and talk back and forth. So it's been a great 2 years.
Yep, I concur.
Okay, Link, in the spirit of Father's Day and our anniversary,
yes,
it's time for some dad jokes.
Yes, it's been a while. Let's get into it.
Says, how many telemarketers does it take to change a light bulb?
How many telemarketers does it change a light bulb? So, I bet this is one of those where it takes one to so-and-so. It takes one to answer the phone and one to, I know that they have like a script that telemarketers follow. One to read the script and then the punchline.
Well, you getting pretty close.
I'm getting there? Okay.
Yeah.
And telemarketers. What's something funny about telemarketers?
Yeah.
Hold on. Telemarketers change a light bulb.
Yeah.
I'm talking about telemarketers telemarketing. That's not getting me anywhere. So you said I was getting somewhere, but I'm not getting closer to a light bulb.
Well, you are, because
one to answer the phone, one to read the script, and one to change the light bulb? What?
Well,
What
you were pretty
telemarketers say?
close. It says it just takes only one,
Okay.
like you said, but they had to do it while eating dinner.
How many telemarketers does it take to change a light bulb? Only one, but they have to do it while they're eating dinner.
Yep.
That's not right, Dad. It can't be.
Read it again.
Logan says, read it again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Only one, but they have to do it while you're eating dinner.
Because telemarketers call you while you're eating dinner?
Yeah.
Now, I don't have telemarketers calling me because I don't have a phone. I mean, I have a cell phone, but I'm on the do not freaking call list or whatever. I don't put my cell phone out there. Do you get telemarketers?
A little bit, but not like I used to.
Okay. Because I
Yeah.
think didn't we talk about this on the show? And I was like, we got to put you on the do not call list. And then maybe you paid Logan on the side to do that or something. I don't know.
No.
All right, give me another one.
Okay. Maybe I should have stretched. I just tried to get a cramp before we did the show.
I told
It
you.
says, I was addicted to hokey pokey. I don't know if I understand this one, Logan.
Just read it to him.
The whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
I was addicted to hokey pokey, but I turned myself around.
Can you explain that one to me, Dad?
Well, when you do the hokey pokey and you're doing the dance and you do the hokey pokey and you do it to the right and you do it to the left and you stomp one foot and you stomp one foot and you turn yourself around.
Yeah.
You never did the hokey pokey?
Yeah. You turn yourself around. And
Yeah.
that was a joke. You were addicted
Yeah.
to it, but you turn yourself
Yeah.
around, which is
Yeah.
okay.
I don't do it as much as I used to.
But hold on, Dad. If you turn yourself around, that's part of the hokey pokey.
That's
So
correct.
how could you break your addiction to something by doing it?
Well, we still do that when we dancing down here at the beach, and they play it sometimes with kind of a different kind of song, and we still dance and do it. So I reckon I'm still addicted to it.
Exactly.
So
And how do you know you're not addicted to something?
you make yourself not do it no more, I guess.
You turn yourself around. I got you with your own joke. Kinda. I don't know what I don't know what just happened. It seemed like it had the cadence of being funny though. Okay, you got another one?
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah, I got
jokes.
another one.
Alert!
A ham sandwich walks into a bar and orders a beer.
How? How does that happen, Dad? How does a ham sandwich walk? Period.
I don't know, but it says the bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve food here."
Because, can you explain it to me?
Well, I think you probably get this one with a education like you got, but a sandwich is something you eat. It's not a person. So, they don't, because it's a sandwich, they say, we don't serve food here. You're not a person.
Right.
So that's,
Right. When you don't serve food, it means you don't give people food. But serving food also means that you don't give food what it wants.
I guess so. Yeah. You just
don't overthink it. Is that what you're saying?
I mean,
am I trying too hard?
how can a ham sandwich walk into a bar anyway? But,
Exactly. That's what I said a minute ago, Dad. I totally agree. You lost me there.
But I mean, he must have been thirsty because he ordered a beer.
Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Might have been going to dunk himself in it and then eat himself. Can't never tell.
Yeah. This is getting very cinematic. This could be a whole movie. The walking ham sandwich.
Well, hey, there's some things I've seen on TV that's as strange as a ham sandwich walking in with what's going on. Well-
you talking, don't get political.
No, I'm not going there.
Okay. All right.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. This year has already gone by so quickly. What's something you're proud of in 2024 so far? Or something you still want to accomplish this year? When life goes so fast, it's important to take a moment to celebrate your wins and make adjustments for the rest of the year. Therapy can help you take stock of your progress and set achievable goals for the next 6 months. And I'd just like you to know that BetterHelp is a great way for you to be able to talk to a therapist. And if you've got something you need to talk to them about, when we talked about things going on for the year 2024 so far, and you want to make plans for something else, they'd be a great help to be able to help you do that and figure out what you want to do and how you want to set your boundaries and what empowers you to be the best version of yourself and achieve your goals. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Take a moment, visit betterhelp.com/dispatches today to get 10% off your first month. That's help, HELP.com/dispatches. Why do you want to learn a new language? Maybe you have an upcoming international trip, want to connect with a family member or friend, or just want to learn a new skill or take on a new hobby. In comes Rosetta Stone, the most trusted language learning program, available on desktop or as an app. It truly immerses you in the language you want to learn. They use trusted experts for 30 years with millions of users and 25 languages offered, some of which include Spanish, French, German, Korean, Chinese, Japanese, Dutch, and Arabic. Rosetta Stone immerses you in many ways. There are no English translations, so you really learn to speak, listen, and think in that language. It's designed for a long-term retention. Plus, they have convenient desktop and app options with audio companion and the ability to download lessons offline. All for an amazing value. A lifetime membership has all 25 languages for any and all languages needed in life. That's lifetime access to all 25 language courses Rosetta Stone offers for 50% off. A steal. Don't put off learning that language. There's no better time than right now to get started. For a limited time, Dispatches from Myrtle Beach listeners can get Rosetta Stone's lifetime membership for 50% off. Visit rosettastone.com/dispatches. That's 50% off unlimited access to 25 language courses for the rest of your life. Redeem your 50% off at rosettastone.com/dispatches today. Did you know that Rhett and Link have a grooming line? Well, I didn't. Unleash your legendary style with a line of mythical grooming and personal care products. The collection features items for the hair on your face, hair on your head, and for everything else. Available now at mythical.com. It's time for the Belch Life Bulletin. I've gotten 2 very interesting emails involving seeing and hearing creatures in North and South Carolina.
Seeing and hearing
Jordan.
creatures?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
And it is from Jordan Westenberg. On my drive home from work, I saw something absolutely unbelievable. A pretty big creature flew over my SUV. At first I thought it was a vulture, but I turned and looked and it had no feathers. It was grayish green and had bat-like wings and a long lizard tail, as well as scales on its neck. Immediately, it made me go wild with researching, and I found that there has been a decent amount of reports of people seeing flying dinosaurs-like creatures similar to Petrosauruses all over North Carolina.
What is a Petrosaurus?
I ain't got the slightest
What,
idea.
you talking about a pterodactyl?
It just says Petrosaurus.
Is that how you say it? Petrosaurus?
Pterosaurus.
Oh, the P's silent.
Like a pterodactyl starts with a P too. Oh, okay.
But it's asked me, said, have you ever seen anything like this?
Have you ever seen a Petrosaurus? What's that?
I don't know. I ain't never been.
I think you would know if you've seen one.
No, I guess so. But Jordan's trying to help me see one. But, the first thing I thought about, Jordan driving home, Jordan, you ain't supposed to be driving while drinking.
That's right.
When you're seeing visions of these things, Lord have mercy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
on something. It might not be drinking. Maybe, who knows what it is.
And this was in the News Observer in Raleigh. You knew all about them because you done commercials, done a pillow thing with them that you had on there. But
they wrote an article about me.
They wrote you and Rhett.
Okay,
yep. But one woman says she's seen them 3 times
in North Carolina.
Up around Raleigh. Hey, I'm wondering if somebody's got one of them drones all fixed up and got them look like something, and they're swooping down and going all over somebody's cars, and they think there's a pterosaurus. Whatever you've been seeing,
it ain't it. That's what we're saying. Ain't. Whatever you think you're seeing, it ain't that. Dad, I'm with you on this. It's probably some sort of a drone mixed with some sort of drug concoction. I mean, in this day and age, you can't see anything and be the only one who sees it. Everybody's got a camera at the ready. Everybody's just filming constantly anyway. Like people's dash cams are just constantly filming. If there's a pterodactyl flying around Raleigh, North Carolina, or a pterosaurus, or a pterodactyl, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. It's why are they even writing about this in the News and Observer? What article? What section is this under?
That woman that said she's seen him 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord, we might need to send somebody
have what she's having. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you. Yeah. Well, you need to send us in and tell us what you're having so we might see a pterosaurus.
I mean, I'm trying to think, is there anything? I mean, I remember going, like, in my younger days, walking past a pond and seeing something that looked like dinosauric, But then I'm pretty sure, like, you can get some snapping turtles that are like, they look like dinosaurs and they can be huge, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they can be.
I'm pretty sure that's what I've seen. But I mean, I didn't lose any sleep over it, and I definitely didn't call the paper. Yeah, I mean, an unidentified flying reptile.
That's what I mean. So, I mean, this is 2024. These things have been extinct for millions of years.
That's right.
And then I got one from Jason Hammond, and it said, I saw this article and wondered if you had been hearing the cicadas around your house.
What's the article?
Well, the article is that a siren, or is that a siren or a cicada? Police in South Carolina say they've gotten lots of confused calls. It says the cicada good God.
Now,
cicada.
You're getting hung up, but I need to provide a point of clarification for our Myrtle beasts. If they're not from the South. You were speaking a little Southern there when you read that title. Read it one more time.
Is that a siren or a cicada?
Okay, yeah. The S word. The S word Can you help people understand what that is? Because I think some people might not understand what you mean when you're saying the S word there.
Siren. That's when you look up in your rear view mirror and they got a thing going whoop whoop whoop.
Okay.
Whoop, with the flashing lights, and they turn the siren on the police car.
Yeah.
That's what the siren is.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
some
'Cause
people. Some people pronounce that.
From personal experience, I know exactly what that sounds like. Been a long time,
Okay.
but
It's been a
we
long
ain't
time.
going there.
But I think that there's a lot of people who they pronounce that differently, and I just wanted to make sure they knew what you were saying.
How in the world would you pronounce siren a different way? Hit me with it.
Siren. Some people say siren.
Oh my God! No, that dog won't hunt.
Hey, I'm with you, Dad. Siren, you know. He grab some of my skin and give me a nice pinch because I'm hearing a siren. All right, go ahead. I just had to stop. Is that a siren or a cicada? You say cicada, right? I mean, that's not an easy word to say. I mean, but we know a lot about cicadas.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, it's been a pretty interesting year with cicadas because, you know, they have some that come out every 13 years and they have some that come out every 17 years.
Right.
And Logan's got all this stuff on there that I don't care nothing about. One's called a brood 13, one called a 14, the same what. But, you know, but then this year is coinciding with that there's some that's coming out, and they're not really in the South. They're more up toward the news, but they're coming out. It's 70 years.
Where both of them are coming out at the same time.
Yeah.
So people are thinking that the cicadas are sirens.
That's what they call it. And we haven't had it, and I don't know if it's because it's close to what, because I live close to the ocean and there's not as many cicadas and stuff go where there's a lot of trees and stuff to eat and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, when I lived back in North Carolina, it can be a pretty annoying sound.
Every night. It's usually at night.
Every night. In Newberry County, residents are calling authorities to complain that the influx of cicadas is so loud that it mimics a noise in the air that sounds like a siren or a whine or a roar.
But Dad, I mean, I know.
But I think this is in, I didn't say it, for the first time in 221 years, the two broods will be above ground at the same time, and the groups will also overlap geographically.
But I know what a cicada sounds like. I mean, I don't think it sounds like a siren. Give me your impression of a cicada.
Well,
well, okay. It sounds more like a war cry, but I think it's more like it's like it's like it's percussive. It's like the wings flapping or something. It's like
but I mean,
maybe it is
they make a funny. It's kind of amazing. That's what happens when they do get to flapping the wings back and forth, and that's what makes that noise that everybody's hearing. And when you got millions and millions of them doing it, but you know, it's just something. I'm sorry, but
you got to know what a cicada sounds like. If you're living in the South,
if you live, hey,
or wherever they are, they're all over the place.
Oh yeah, they're up north. I mean, they're everywhere. I mean, but you know, I've known what a cicada was since I was about 4 or 5. Figuring out, used to pick them up.
A little late to the game.
What's people think they're dangerous or something? They ain't a bit of danger, and when they die and fall to the ground, they're really good fertilizer for the ground. So they do a lot of good, but they don't do a lot of good when they're making all that noise for all you people out there.
Yeah. And they will shed their exoskeleton and it will be like stuck to the side of a tree.
Oh, yeah.
And they burst out of it. I remember finding those as a kid on the pine trees at Nana and Papa's house.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it would just look like this gross translucent bug. And then I realized it was just it just shed that thing. It's like crispy.
So I guess all you people in South Carolina that's having trouble with these cicadas, you just going to have to make it through the rest of the year, and then you probably not going to have to worry about it again for about 13 more years or so. But
yeah, and then it won't be as bad even then.
No, not as bad, but, don't be calling the police just because you hear a funny sound outside. They got a lot of other good things they need to be doing. Good God Almighty.
Right. Right. When's the last time you called the police?
I don't know if I've ever called the police. They called them on me.
Right.
But my daddy and your papa was a policeman and a chief of police, and he'd probably laugh at something like this that people's calling the police because these cicadas. He'd probably he'd get a laugh out of it.
That's true. Man, look, we had a real zoo of a day today. Even bringing all types of flying creatures, insects, sirens.
Yeah.
Some good jokes too, Dad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we try to keep getting these Myrtle Beasts to tell more people about us and listen so they can get on the podcast and on the YouTube and listen. But, that's what we're trying to do. We've been doing it over 2 years now.
That's
so
it.
We're keep right on going.
We're veterans at this point.
So listen, Link, it was fun having you all here with us today, and we'll be back next week for another one. And don't forget and follow and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube. And while you're at it, rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. And if you got a question, comment, or story you'd like to share with me, email me at ratherbeshaggin53@aol.com. And y'all have a great next of the week, and we can't wait to dazzle your dreams again next time and call you in about a cicada.
All right. Dazzling your dreams, Dad. Happy Dad's Day, everybody.
Love you.
Love you too, Dad.